Hi everyone, welcome to another YouTube video, and today we're going to be doing step foundations. And yeah, this is one of those requests that was made by you, the subscribers of this channel. And of course there are many more requests, but you know, I have to tackle them one by one. Yalan boy, remember no play where I play. Yalan boy. Alright, so welcome. If it's your first time on the channel, thank you for stopping by. I hope that you are getting some valuable information. And for those of you who have been on the air over and over again, big up on yourself. And of course, shout out to my patrons. If you don't know, I have a Patreon page. Check it out in the description below. See me I say, yeah. Alright. Now, let's get into it. Before we get deep into this video, I want to recommend that you watch my previous video on foundation plan if you have never watched it before, because you know, you have to learn to model the foundation and all of that in 3D, and then you would have a better understanding of what we're doing here. So may I say, so check the link and watch the video and then come back to this and everything will be squared off. So when you think of a step foundation, think about a strip foundation in the form of a step. All right, so this is what a strip foundation looks like, and if you turn it into a step, this is what it would look like. Now, this is very necessary when you are going to be building, or when you're designing a building for a sloped land, or if you're going to build like a perimeter wall on a land that is sloping, and so you have to create steps for the foundation so that the wall can sit properly. You can't just build the foundation curve along the slope of the land, no, because guess what? The weight of the wall or the building would be biased to one side, and you know which side that is, right? I can't uphill, I must downhill, so that house or that wall would be running down that hill. And so we have to build steps so that the load can be you know, thrusted evenly as the wall you know, go down the hill. Let's put it that way. Anyways, now of course you wouldn't want to use a flat foundation when you're working on a sloping land, unless you're going to dig all the way into the earth as you go up so that you can have a flat level to create your foundation. But of course that would be a waste of time, waste of money, unless you're going to use inside of that space there as a basement, which a lot of people do, which is actually a very good idea. But I don't want a basement, so what do I do? But once you're working with a strip foundation, then the best thing to do is make it into a step as it goes down the hill. And there are more reasons to use a step foundation. I'm gonna just drop it on the screen right here because I don't have time to read it all for you. So pause the video and read it, and then let's go. Boom, bang. All right guys, so here we are in AutoCAD. As you can see, I have this beautiful house. This is a 4-bedroom house that I've been working on for this channel. I did a time-lapse video, so you can check it out of how I did everything that you're seeing here. All right, so this is what I'm gonna be doing this demonstration on, and as you can see, you know, this is it. I have a good grasp of what's going on. By the way, I'm giving this house away to 2 or 3 persons, supporters of this channel, so definitely check the description below for the instructions. All right guys, all right, so I also have in my project navigator under the constructs, I do have the topographic of the land that we're gonna be using. All right, so here it is. I'm going to spin it around a little bit so you can see that we actually have a little bit of slope on this property, and so of course when we drop the foundation on this, you're going to see that a part of the foundation becomes exposed, and so we need to take care of that. All right, so how do we get this over into our 3D view to have a better look? Not gonna save changes. What we're gonna do actually is to just right click on it, and we're gonna say XREF overlay, and that should bring it in, and so we can have a better look at what this looks like. I'm gonna move it into hidden so we can see where it actually intersect or dissect. You know what? Seems as if shaded might give me a better view. Yeah, this is nicer. All right, so yeah, so we need to step the foundation down around this side of the building so that we can maintain that 4 feet below grade. All right, so that's what we're going to do. One of the things I would encourage you to do is to have an idea of what the slope looks like in elevation view. So what I did really here was to go back to top view. I've created some elevation views. You're not seeing them because I turned them off. If you don't know how to create views, guys, I have a video dedicated for this. It's very easy, and so just go back and watch that video. I'm going to turn my views on. So here they are. I'm turning on all of these guys here. All right, so as you can see, I do have 4 elevation, north, south, east, and west, and I also have 2 sectional views that I'll be working with. So these are my elevations: north, east, south, and west. You could actually rename these to be front, back, left, and right, but yeah, whatever. These are just for working purposes. These are not going to be my final views, so I just have these to look at to see what the building actually looks like while modeling. Get the idea? And I also have 2 sectional views. If you notice, I cut these sections right along the walls on which I think we're going to need to have the steps. All right, so I cut it and I turned this one down that way, and I also turned this one that direction. So what you're seeing here would be this one looking from the back, that's this guy right here, and this one looking from the side, which is this one. So we get a good grasp of the footing itself, and then we're going to refresh these because now we want to see the topography. So refresh, and now we can see what the topographic landscape looks like. I'm going to do the same thing for this one, and we can see what it looks like there. So what we want to do here is to kind of maintain the footing. If you notice, as it goes along here, it gets shallower, and so what we could do here is to just we could just dump up the land. Not true? Just dump it up and make the thing flat. But that's not the purpose of this video. We want to show you how to step it down. So, you know, before we go over to our foundation, which is what we'll be doing all of that in, we want to kind of get a rough idea of what it would look like. So let's use polyline and just draw some lines to kind of see how the step would look. So I'm going to start right here. I'm going to go out, let's say 8 feet, and then I'm going to step down 9 inches. Now remember, each step should be the thickness of the footing. So if this footing is 9 inches, so we want to step down 9 inches. So we're going to go 8 feet out again, and we're going to step down another 9. And then we're going to go another 8 feet, step down another 9. And then we're going to stop it right here. So we'll have like 3 step downs, and this looks about 4 feet. If I should probably measure this and see what's the distance here. Not bad, exactly 4 feet. Wow, I didn't expect that. But look at that. Now at this end of the building, we're having a 4 feet depth, just like what we would have at the beginning. So we're going to do the same thing on this side and see how it looks if we should step it down. All right, so let's use polyline again, and we're going to start here. I'm going to go out, let's say we go out 4 feet this time because this is a shorter distance, and we're going to drop this 9 inches, go out another 4 feet, drop this 9 inches. Then we're going to go this time, we're going to go about 6 feet, go down 9 inches. And then I think that should be good. You have to remember now, we have to step this side down the same amount of steps we did for this side, because You want this side of the building to line up back with this side, as in the foundation to line up with each other. All right, so this is going to be meeting up back with this side as well. And of course, underneath here is going to be probably dumped, or something is going to be done for underneath this platform here. But let's check and see if we have a 4 feet. 4 feet 1 inch is pretty good. That's acceptable. So let's open up our foundation view. And if you don't know how to do your foundation plan, guys, I have a video on that, so go check it out. It's a really good video. This is not a complete foundation plan, but don't worry yourself, we're going to work on it. So what we're going to do now is to kind of replicate what we have over here. On this side of the building, we kind of have a 8 feet offset for each step. So we're going to just draw some reference line to work with. So I'm going to draw one there, and I'm going to just offset 8 feet from this line, just to, you know, see where each step would fall. And we're going to offset another 8 feet and another 8 feet. So this piece of foundation footing will be broken into 4 parts. All right, but I actually want to move these two back a little bit, and I'm going to explain why. Maybe just about here. 12 inches. Nope. Another 12, another 18. Yeah. So I want this, there's a column here and there's a column here, and I want these two columns to be on the same level in terms of foundation footing. So I push this back a little bit. All right, so just bear with me on that. Now, bear in mind now that this piece of foundation will need to step down as well in order to meet with this part as well as on this side. So what we're going to do is to draw another break line here, or another reference line. I'm going to put another one here. So we know that this piece of footing is going to break and step down into this part. And then this part is also going to step down into that part. If you don't understand, just watch the video. You will see at the end, and I'm sure by that time you would get a good understanding of what's happening here. So we're going to do this side. I'm going to start here. Do it on the inside this time. I'm going to offset. It was 4 feet, I think, that we used for the first two. So 4 feet, 4 feet. And then we did use a 6 feet. What's that? That should be 6 feet, dude. Delete. Offset 6 feet. Gonna do boom, just like that. At this point, it's now time to break up our foundation footing, and it's just like you did with lines. If I want to break this line into many parts, you would just go to the modify and go to break. Not true? So that's what we're gonna do. Click on break, and then we're gonna select the footing, and then now we need to select our breaking point. So we want this foundation footing to break along this point here. Boom. As you can see now, we have two separate pieces of footing. Okay, and we're going to keep doing this all around. So let's do the second one. Break, select your footing, and then select your point. Now I have 2 pieces or 3 pieces of footing on this side. All right, so I'm going to kind of speed up the video at this point and move a little quicker. All right, guys, so there we have it. We have all the pieces of our footing that we will need for this to work. All right, so what we're going to do now is to go into 3D view. I think 3D can work. So as you can see, each part is broken into their pieces. At this point, we could actually delete these lines, but I'm going to leave them there for now. So what we're going to do is to move each footing down using the elevation parameter over here where it says 0. We're going to type in -9 because it's 9 inches thick. If your footing was, let's say, a foot thick, then you would need to go down by a foot. I'm going to keep going down at 9-inch increments. So the next would be 18 inches rotted minus 18. And then this one would be 3 9s are what? 27? 27? Yeah. So you can see that we kind of, you know, getting somewhere. The step is forming. All right, now this piece under here would go down -9 to line up back with that piece. If you notice, it's actually auto connect. It's going to be the same thing for this piece here, -9. That piece should do the same right there. Nicely, eh? And we're going to do the same thing for this guy right here. This should be -27. All right, looking good. And this should be -18. And this would be -9. So far, so good, eh? All right, looking wonderful. All right, so the next thing that we're going to have to do now is to make them overlap. It's important that these overlap, guys. And the distance that it should overlap should be twice the depth of the footing. Okay, I think I'm going to put it up on the screen. Anyways, let's do it. So what I'm going to do is to click on this first one, and I'm going to pull it out to that direction and type 18 inches. So now if I look at that in 3D, I can see that it overlaps by 18 inches. All right, we're going to do that for all of them. We're going to overlap each of them going towards the back of the building. So let's move this guy back another 18. I'm going to move this one, not move, extend rather. Extend this one back another 18. And as you do them, you can see where they overlap. Like you can see that square looking thing right there. Delete these. All right, I'm going to extend this piece out by 18. Delete that. Do the same thing here. 18. And then I'm going to keep doing the same thing here. These ones are going to be very close, but it is what it is. Gotta do what you gotta do. That's all. 18. All right. So now, guess what? All of our steps are in place. Let's take a look. Everything is overlapping. Everything is looking wonderless. Beautiful. All that is left is for our walls to go down. So what we're going to do is to click on our walls, highlight them all the walls that are affected. So these 4 walls are affected, and we're going to go up to what is called roof floor line. You could actually right click and find it down here as well. And we're going to say modify floor line, and we're going to say auto project. It is as simple as that. So auto project, and we're going to tell these walls what we want them to project to. So of course it's going to be this guy, everything that we actually drop the elevation of. So all of these guys, we want the wall to be extended to these footings. So we're going to select that and we're going to hit enter. And just like that, everything is done. So let's hit save. And then we're going to go back over to our 3D view. And if you notice, we get a pop-up here telling us that a reference file has changed and may need reloading. All you need to do is to just click on this bad boy here. And it is being reloaded. So I'm going to delete these polylines because, of course, we don't need them again. We don't need these. Delete that. And if I should refresh these now, we can see our step coming down. And if I should refresh this one as well, we can see our step coming down on both sides. All right. And if I go back to our 3D view, which when I do 3D, I like to hide these. I don't like to see them. So I'm going to hide everything that I don't want to see. And then I'm gonna go to 3D view. I'm gonna show you what this looks like in hidden, or maybe X-ray, so you can see underneath there. Perspective, of course. All right, so there you can see that that section of the foundation is now stepping down into the earth. No longer do we have to worry about you know, your house floating away into Wonderland. Your house is well grounded onto them. All right, guys, so this is how I do step foundation. Of course, there are different ways that we can do step foundation. Like you might have a deeper drop. Of course, if you're going to have a deeper drop, it would be important to make sure that your footing is also thicker. A little 9-inch footing, you can't drop that too deep. You have to drop it per thickness. All right, so bear that in mind and make sure that you do your overlaps properly. And so this is what it will look like, guys. Tell me if you like the video. If you have any questions, of course, feel free to drop them in the comments below, and I'll be sure to give you an answer or respond something, even if I don't know it. For this back part of this platform here, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet, but I do know that I'm gonna have some column footing coming down into the ground, and also I might turn this platform into a wooden platform instead of concrete. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know. I'd have to do a wooden floor, which we don't do too much of that. I mostly do concrete floor, but we'll see how it goes. All right, guys, so that's it for this video. I hope that you learned something. If you did, then definitely smash the like button, and if you haven't subscribed already, I'm sure after this video you're gonna consider subscribing, don't it? Yes. All right, so thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.